It's funny when you think of a paradise when hearing the name City of God, when in fact, the City of God is one big cemetery. From ashes, we come back to ashes. Some believe that death is one long eternal sleep. And sleep comes dreams, so maybe, just maybe, we can think of death as an endless dream. This kid, you, kid, dream on. This kid had the biggest dream of all. His vision was to rule the city of God. Now, he can't dictate anymore. There is nothing to be ruled anymore. There's one big problem with this kid's dream. He dreamed of living in a nightmare. The on-point social commentary in Fernando Meirelles' universally acclaimed Brazilian gangster film City of God is pretty eminent. Yet, you can also view it as a wicked coming-of-age film that centers on the fulfillment and tragic downfall of each character's dream, particularly of Lil Z, played by Leandro Firmino.
Isso mesmo, moro? Também sou bicho solto.
From the first half of the film, it is clear to the audience what Little Z would become. As early as childhood, he held guns and smoked joints, dreaming of being a hood. But if we are going to look at it on a societal scale, being a gangster wasn't Little Z's personal choice for a dream, but the effect of his environment, the poverty-stricken City of God. Dreams change as much as a person's behavior changes. This is applicable for Little Z's best friend, Benny. Benny is known as the coolest hood in town, as we witnessed the sudden change of his character halfway through the film. He became soft and forgiving, especially when he fell in love with Angelica, Rocket's supposed romantic interest. Benny's character paints an excellent contrast to one of the Tender Trio's members, Shaggy. While Shaggy refused to stop hood-related activities when confronted by Bernice, his romantic interest,
Malandro não ama. Malandro sente desejo. Malandro não fala. Malandro manda uma letra. Malandro não para.
Benny submitted to stop being a gangster when he had fallen in love with Angelica. He is proof that a person can stop dreaming only for himself and start dreaming for other people.
A gente podia ir embora daqui. Esse negócio de violência não tá com nada, cara.
Pra onde?
Pro sítio.
However, his dream was put to a tragic end when Blackie mistakenly fired at him instead of Little Z. Benny's death was the manifestation of Lil Z's dream to rule the City of God. Now, this is proof that selfish dreams could put other people's lives at stake. Some dreams could be a nightmare for others. As mentioned earlier, with the film's sharp sense of social commentary, we should infer that Lil Z did not make a choice alone. Poverty and the usual violence around him honed him. No well-off kid would dream of being a gangster, right? Oh, what a jolly face my son has. I wish you to grow up into a bloody successful professional, like an astrophysicist, or get rich like Elon fucking Musk. But for now, I'm just waiting for your first word. Da, da, da. Oh, God bless the Queen! He's going to say his first word. Da, da.
The power is mine. This is my crib, I'ma conquer the shit out of it today. And tomorrow, the whole world is gonna be my crib. The baby is the name. Ruling gangs is my game.
What the bloody While Lil Z's dream was to rule the City of God with his gang and Benny was supposed to change his life, our protagonist and narrator, Buscape, aka Rocket, saw another way of surviving the City of God. Why does he not want to be involved in a gang, you may ask?
Tudo porque não gosto de trabalhar fazendo força.
He used his intellectual advantages to survive, and he sees another way of surviving. His goal was to leave the City of God instead of governing it, because it is clear that no one can rule the City of God as long as the conflict between the hood and corrupt police perpetuates. That is why, as soon as he discovered his passion and interest in photography, he chose to risk his life to take more pictures of Lil Z and the violence around him. However, Buscape's non-violent behavior does not mean that he is inherently good. City of God's coming-of-age element is more apparent in this part. Buscape inhibits the trope of an underdog who would later turn out to be the fittest, the only one who would survive. He isn't the typical kind-hearted hero we typically see in underdog stories. He is accustomed enough to the lifestyle inside the City of God. That is why he is narrating it all. He is also part of the injustice. He smokes. He scored drugs for Angelica, and he has a broad knowledge about how the drug business operates. Like a tour guide, he tells us the history of Blackie's drug den at the film's 37-minute mark. He also explains how the drug business is operating in the City of God, but he is just telling it in a journalistic manner. There is no denouncement or any expression that he wants to change the City of God actively. He is well aware that the City of God is damned, and the only way to survive is to escape. Also, imagine how off-putting it is each time he tells us how, like every professional, he started at the bottom. This implies that Buscape accepted that he used the brutal fiasco inside the City of God for his careerist gains as a photographer. He is subtly selfish, but then again, he had no choice but to use his skill set to his advantage. It is not clear in the end whether he published the photographs of the corrupt policemen he took, as this poses a possible threat to Rocket's security. And it made us uneasy when he had to get close to Lil Z's corpse to take a more precise picture after he bathed in bullets from the runts. That's how dreams work when every day you wake up to a nightmare, far from all the typical middle-class white coming-of-age films regularly released on Netflix. Some kids had it rough. Some die for their dreams. Some kill for their goals. Others, like Buscape, just let all the killing happen because after all, aside from being physically defenseless, the violence helped him pursue his career. He said that the government took us out of the picture in Rio de Janeiro's postcard. It was damn true. But his photographs? Man, they've put us back on the map. And without dead people, I've got no job. I'm a gravedigger, for Christ's sake. Was it my dream? No. But because of this job, I will have something to wake up to, unlike all these kids who will never wake up again. Pretty sure they're all in the real City of God now. Well, I must leave for now. I heard gunshots. Customers will come soon, I'm sure. Just like this video and subscribe. And maybe we can meet again sometime. Okay, maybe next time you can tell me your dreams.